Hey folks, right back again at you. I apologize for the lapse there. It's we're just doing a neighborhood run, and sometimes the neighborhood is a little hard to go in because of the reception. So I'm going to try to make sure I got you back the feed up, and I'll tell you all the good stuff happening right now, if you will. And looks like we are back up and running. Hope you can hear me. If you cannot hear me, please let me know. I should be able to hear me, but I'm going to check the microphone connection right now, and it looks like we're on. Excellent. So let me explain the scene. Hey, Lucas, how are you? Great to see you. Thanks so much for joining the party. Let me just lower this just in case. Hey, Carol, thanks so much. Betsy, glad you can hear me. Thank you for telling me. Lucinda, all right. Okay, we're going to start this party back up. Come on, good boys. And you can see, now Gigi's out in front. Gigi's getting comfortable. She's sowing her oats here, folks. So 1 minute she's like, I don't know about this. The next minute she's like, let's go. But she's, if you've been following our training, Gigi, right here, little 12-pound Chinese crested, has done this for about a month and a half now. She's done awesome. I've got a whole training explanation on the website, ChineseCrestedLovers.com. Good girl, princess. So right now, folks, okay, easy, good girl. Whoa. She's like, what are we doing, Dad? Why are we going this way? Oh, Chase. It's okay, good girl. And Chase, no. Come on, Chase. Chase smelling something over there. Gigi's a little worried about the smell, maybe from the scent, and but her big brother's checking it out, making sure it's safe for her. So she's just like, Dad, can we stop and look around? Thanks so much, Kathleen. Yeah, you could see she's the little baby of the bunch. Haley, hello, Tiki, Carolyn, thanks so much. Emma, all right, thanks so much. Come on, guys. Good girls and good boys. Now, what we do here, this is so important to our training because we're going down a hill now, a steep hill. And it's so important for the dogs to feel this and get comfortable with it. And also, the hill that we go down, we have to climb. Now, bear this in mind, folks. They are not pulling at all. They can pull, but there's a motor on here, and this is rolling on asphalt. And the asphalt's not hot either because we're in the morning hours. We've checked the temperature. I've actually got a temperature gauge that I put on the asphalt, and it was 73 degrees. So it's rather cool. And so conditions are perfect to get a morning run in. Conditions are going to be impossible this afternoon to get most other activities in. Now, depending how the wolf pack feels, because I'm usually there, and for them to take a breather. They really don't need a breather. The water they appreciate. They don't need as much as I'm giving them. I'm giving them a little extra for Gigi's sake because she's smaller and she's not as familiar with this. We've been doing this with the big dogs for years. So all the different feelings from the heat that's here, even though it's not excessive, to the new way I've attached Chase to make the camera less bouncy. You'll notice that. To running in the early morning hours. She got up and we went right on this thing. Actually, we were waiting for her. The big dogs were up. So that's all new, and you know the way I train. I love doing new activities and doing other activities or regular activities in different ways just to give the dogs as much challenge as I can and excitement and keep them as fresh as possible and ready for anything pretty much, because we never know what we're going to encounter. And the more prepared and the more tolerable they are of encountering a situation that isn't as friendly for whatever reason. It might be that we have to squeeze through a tight area like when we go on the tight bridges, or it might be actually that we're crossing through a stream. When they're crossed through a stream is one thing when they're running free, but when they're attached to a vehicle, it's a different feeling. So I want to give them as many experiences as possible, all good, don't get me wrong, but all a little bit challenging, so when we're faced with no other choice but taking a challenging road, we handle it perfectly. Haul, come around. 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 Good boys and good girls. And you can see Gigi was concerned with the sound. Come on, Chase. Good boy. Good boy. Easy, easy. Ho. So, just going to put the brake on here, folks, and get us into a situation where we can water them. Let's water them, Jimmy. And, cool. Looks like we're still broadcasting. Excellent. So, hi, good girl. Now I'm going to spend a little bit of time with each dog and make sure we're still, yep, it's been cutting in and out. I'm sorry about that, Betsy. You're really breaking up this past half. Yeah, you know, different times of day, again, cell signal, everything's got its issue. Now, I'm going to just come down here with Gigi. She's doing so well, and I want to let her know. Good girl. You're the best. You are so good. So good. Yeah, you're a good girl. How you feel? How you feel, good girl? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? You're a good girl, aren't you? Whee! See, Gigi will let you do anything to her because she feels so comfortable. Hi, good boy, Jaggy. Hi, good boys. So I apologize. I'm breaking up, folks. It's, again, dealing with cell signals, the time of day, and the area we're at. It does that. But most important part is I'm so glad to be getting this in with the dogs and getting to enjoy the cooler part of the day with them. So they'll be content as the day rolls on that they got some exercise in and they got it out of their system, and they can curl up under a tree or inside the house where it's cool and chill. Always. Now what I'm doing is I'm checking Gigi's paws just to make sure. See, they're cool as can be. They feel great, actually. Her body's always warm. Most dogs' bodies are warm, but you can feel hers more because there's no hair. I'm going to put her down. Good girl. Good girl. Going to get in with the other dogs. How we looking, Jim? Okay. I'm going to give Chase some love here. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, how you feel, sir? You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Z-Man always appreciates it. Hi, good boy. How are you? Now you can see his tongue hanging over the side. That's the closest expression they can give to a smile, like a human smile. Hi, good girl. She's funny, isn't she? She's fun. You know what she likes sometimes, Jim? I'm going to take one of these caps, put a little water. She's no, I'm going to go like this. Modern technology, buddy. Well, we'll see. Here comes the FedEx. Hold that bike if you can. Yeah, she don't want to. See, she's so distracted. Oh, he's our FedEx man. Sometimes, yeah, she's not thirsty. Yep. She's a little dog. I know you're expecting her. The big dogs drink this big bowl. Cool. So I hope everybody's still getting to watch. Yeah, Betsy's saying where she goes. Kathleen's so much fun. Betsy's saying where she lives, she's got to go to the end of the driveway to get signal. You know, it's funny because I have a cell phone booster actually in the house, so I've got decent cell reception at the house. But when I go out my driveway, I get worse reception. So actually in my street, it's fairly good. So as we get closer to home, you'll get a better view and hopefully a longer broadcast. And you can see we're really double and triple checking the dogs to make sure they've got as much water as they'd like. And again, doing it over the course of 5 or 10 minutes to ensure that, the best we can, there's no bloat. There's no chance of bloat because when you're playing with warmer temperatures, lots of panting, so that's air intake as well as water intake, the chance for bloating is more. There you go, Jim. Thanks. So always taking our time, and they won't eat, and you know that they don't eat until the evening. Now Gigi She's a smaller dog. She'll eat 2 meals a day, but we'll wait a good hour before she gets fed after a workout like this, again, to avoid bloat. Zorro, his build, the way he's long, he's probably the longest in length of the dogs. He's more of a candidate to bloat, so we need to pay special attention to a dog like him. And when you can also get their stomachs stapled. I know that sounds kind of crude, but it's a medical procedure they do to avoid bloat if your dog's prone to it. Come on, guys, hike. If your dog's prone to bloat for whatever reason, you can get their stomachs actually stapled. And I've looked into it a little bit, but I'm fortunate. I've never had a bloating experience. And folks, it's sometimes nothing we do. It's just can be something that happens. But as I mentioned, there are some precautionary procedures we can follow to try to minimize it, at least as much as possible. And those are, of course, no food and prior an hour. Really, they say a half hour. I say an hour before and after activity. And you can check with your vet, who can give you much better advice than me on this issue. But I'm just giving you basic suggestions. And also just gauging their water intake. If you offer it to them a fair amount, they're not as likely to gulp it up and take too much air. And G. And that air mix with that water, taking it in too fast, can be a bloating precursor. So got to be careful. Good girl, Gigi. So it's truly beautiful out here. I'm just sweating, and I know I'm not working real hard, but that means we're still in the 70s here, and I've got temperature gauges, as I said, and ways of measuring the pavement with my temperature gauge. But I did that before we ran. We're in the woods, as you can see, for the most part. There's a canopy over us, so it won't start heating up around here until after 12 o'clock, and actually stays cool through some of the afternoon. We're fortunate even in the warmer temperatures. See, Chase knows without even me saying which way to go, and he's just leading his pack on. And Gigi will pick up those commands. Come on, good girl. So, additionally, to teach sled dog commands, I know some of you have asked, what you can do is you can set cones up like traffic cones. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Good boys. G over. G over. Who, guys? Okay, just waving to the neighbors. I'm checking to see if we're back on, folks, and we are back on. Again, I apologize. It's nothing I can do. I've got cell phone boosters that I can actually take with us. Come on, guys, hike. But haul over. Just got a grate over there. Those are the biggest obstacles we want to look out for when there's grates. The grates that rainwater drains down when the streets are when it's raining and the streets are managing the water. So, of course, you don't want a dog stepping into that. So that's our biggest obstacle on roadways, as well as occasionally they'll be on a trail, but usually you'll know they're coming up because they're in a paved area and they're in a more noticeable place. So bikes want to avoid them too for the most part. So as I got you back, folks, I was just telling you about sled dog training and how we do it. And I'm just watching somebody's walking up ahead, and dogs have kind of picked up on it, so we're going to move a little faster, but I'm going to slow them down. Easy, guys, easy. No, good boys. Shh. No, Chase. This is good motivation for them. So you can see when they want to go, they go. And I'm letting them sow a little bit their oats here because it's still. What's that? Okay. G over. Good boys. G over. Good boys. Okay, guys, relax. Okay, come on, guys, hike. And it's cool because we're going to turn before the dog. It's my neighbor. And actually, I'm not sure if it's a dog they saw or the person walking. But got him excited. Haw, 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 haw. Good boys. And you can see, folks, I mean, we have the capability here of really picking up speed. They could sprint at 15 miles per hour plus on this vehicle. Easy, guys. Boys. And that's why most of the time I'm on the brakes versus being on the throttle. Come on, good girl. Oh, taking a breather here. Hopefully we're still on. Looks like we're still on, folks. I know it's really breaking up. Come on, guys. Hike. Sometimes when you change direction and you're training a dog, it's good to stop for a second and let the dog readjust. Say, oh, we're going this way now. But that was a prime example of how we can pick up mega speed. And those of you that are WooFDriver regulars, you've seen me before. So that's how I will regulate. So you learn from all these different scenarios, and through the videos I do, the live broadcast even, I'll go back and watch them and see how the dogs were performing under certain circumstances when we face certain obstacles, or if I change them up, different positions on the sled, what I'm saying, like a dog on the different side than it normally is, or behind a different dog, or in front of a different dog, as well as new running with Gigi, how they're reacting to that. And I've been doing this for years before Facebook Live video. You can see my enormous video library on YouTube. And a lot of that was originally created so I could monitor the dogs. G, 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 G. And there's one of those storm greats I was talking about. Ho, guys. Easy, easy. Ho. Just let them know. I just want to make sure I'm with you still, folks. Again, I apologize. This connection's horrible. to describe it nicely. Okay, let's see if we're up here. And we're still broadcasting, it looks like. Cool. I'm with you. Who's yelling? Hi, Kathleen. It looks like dangerous for the dogs. Oh, no danger here. They should walk too. Yes, they do walk. Looks like it'd be a beautiful day here. What am I watching? Okay. I'm going to get back to, for those of you that just joined us. Okay. Good boys. Let's go hike, and I'll explain to you. Okay, what I'm the WooFDriver, just in case you don't know. So I drive my dogs, not only on a multitude of vehicles, in a lot of instances, nothing more than a glorified walk. As you can see, we're moving at a walking pace here. But I'll drive at their passion through doing instinctual activities that allow them to walk, run, trot, etc., in a multitude of ways, such as running free on an ATV. What that means is I'm on an ATV and they're running free behind me, in front of me, whatever the case may be, using GPS collars. We also do what I call urban mushing, which is similar to what I'm doing now, where the dogs are tethered to some kind of bike kind of vehicle, and the bike kind of vehicle is motorized. So I can assist the dogs and keep the speed a little more consistent than even if I was pedaling. But most of these vehicles are pedal powered as well. And the dogs move at their own pace. They can run, walk, or trot accordingly. They're attached to special devices called springers, for the most part, which are basically big springs that gently control the dogs if they would lunge and have less impact on the driver, myself, as well as the dogs. And it lets them know, hey, you're running out of line, so don't pull so hard. But even if you do, you're still not going to feel the full jerk of it or the full impact of it, for lack of a better description. And I explain this on all my websites. So that is who I am and what I do. Right now, we're just doing a neighborhood run before the real heat sets in, because it's going to be a hot day today. So I live in an area that's well shaded. It's got good canopy. I always check the pavement with a special device I have that checks the temperature of it. And I always of course, I'm cognizant of the outside temperature that we'll be running in. So when we're done, the dogs will take a dip in water, as well as they're watered all along the way. They need a certain amount of activity, or it really threatens their well-being in the sense that they get into lots of trouble, behavioral issues from not being able to get the exercise they need in. And what I mean by that, people with huskies are very familiar of their antics, such as they're escape artists. So they'll try to break out of any yard you put them in, and it's hard to contain them when they're full of energy and they haven't been able to exercise. Good boys and good girls haven't been able to exercise their don't have a good physical outlet, because it, just like humans, releases endorphins and affects our minds. So, good girl, got a potty break here. This also, through all this, good boys and good girl, come on. Good girl, princess. And by the way, I have someone following me in case, because we're on a road, even though it's not a lot of cars, you never know. So we have walkie-talkie communications, as well as I have mirrors and lights on me, and I'm wearing a big orange vest in case you didn't notice. And the vest functions in a way of a leash as well, because what it is, I've designed this vest to be a body harness for a person, for myself. So with short tethers on it that the dogs can attach to, either one or all of them at any time in a second's notice, in case I would have to walk them across an area, something would break down, we would counter a situation, whatever. So this vest is almost always on me whenever they are tethered to a bike and I'm out on public lands. And public lands includes roadways, parks, etc. Now, someone had mentioned this looks dangerous, and this is not dangerous at all in any way. I go to great lengths to assure their safety above and beyond anything. And I've been doing this for 20 plus years, and I've never had any incident. Haven't even been close, folks. I mean, I'm just so prepared for everything that we're going to do. Okay, we got a dog on the other side, getting excited. Easy, guys. Good boys. And he likes to come out and say hello. So, come on, good boys. Oh, I don't see him out there today. But they smell him and they know he lives there. Come on, Jay. Easy. Good girl, Gigi. So, this scenario is probably one of the safest things I could do with them. I mean, this is pretty much safer than walking them in a lot of ways. And the reason being because the short tether they're on keeps them very close. When you're on a leash, they get a little more leeway and can pull at you in some ways. The bike gives me the ability, if we come into an unwanted situation, of splitting really quick and taking the dogs with me. In other words, I can hit the throttle and say, let's go, guys, and it tugs at them, and they know they got to follow me in the direction I'm going and get away from the unwanted situation that we may have encountered. Haw. We're entering home now, folks. Be a good signal now, and you're in for a real special treat if you stay with me. Good girl, Gigi. Good boy, Zorro. Good boy, Chase. Good girl, Princess. Good boy, Jack. So we are pulling into the home front, folks. G over. I'm going to park this thing. G over. And you're going to see some cool stuff here. Easy. Oh, guys. So, actually, I'm just going to direct Jim in. You can park there and get out and help me for a sec if you don't mind, Jim. Okay, so I want him to be with me because I want to release the dogs, and I want to be able to show you how I do this, folks. So let's see if how we can do this. Oh, you got a great view. Hi, good boy. And Okay, Jim, I just wanted you to stay here so I can take the phone out of the holster and release the dogs. Okay, folks, I'm going to take the phone out. Excuse me for 1 sec. Thing. Okay, and who's yelping? Oh, it was Chase yelping because he saw a dog ahead of us, and that's what he does. So here's how I release the dogs, folks. Jim, actually, you want to film? Don't touch the screen if you can just touch the outside and just point the camera at us. Okay, so here's Chase. Good boy. Now they don't know they're off because I'm not giving them the command. They might stay, stay, princess, stay. Stay, princess. Stay. Let her go first. Take. Jack, he doesn't know he's off leash. Hi, good girl. You're gonna go too. Yeah. Look at so good. So proud of you. Now I'm gonna take that phone from you. Great. Jack still doesn't know he's off leash. Come on, Jack. So, folks, this is how we cool down now. Come on, Jack. You can see the dogs in the waterfall and pond. See Gigi checking it out. And this is so awesome for them to get their... Oh, look at the goldfish, folks. Good girl. Chase. Good boy. You see all the goldfish? It's okay, Zorro. You can go in, good boy. Hope you're getting a view of this, folks. Chase decided to get out. Hey, Jim, just keep an eye on Chase for me. Good girl. And this is how we cool down, folks. They'll be thoroughly cooled down when we're done, and they'll be ready to go for a nap. And you know what they say, a tired dog is a well-behaved dog. And this water's perfectly clean. This is my pond, so I know what's in here. Wow, Princess might actually come close to swimming here because it's a little deeper over there. I hope you can see. Oh, Gigi just took me for a ride, so excuse me for 1 sec. Hi, pretty princess. Great, there's no doubt. You can see Laura, I think she's enjoying it. And I'm going to let them cool here. Chase. You can see, I mean, they're really... Chase cools down quick. He's the most active dog. And he's very lean. He keeps himself that way. So he can be the fastest on the team and deal with all these different situations, whether it's heat, even when he gets out there in the extreme cold. Any questions, folks? I'm happy to take them. You can see. Keep an eye on them. I'm going to let them in. Come on, Chase. Here. Chase. Come on. Good boy. Come on. Dogs are coming. Princess, stay. Princess, stay. Platz. Good girl. Go ahead, Chase. Princess Platz. Good girl. Go ahead, Chase. Sin. Good boys. And folks, that's going to end our broadcast. Have a great day. Please ask any questions or comments you may have. I am the WooFDriver once again, and I'll be back again later, hopefully to do a little live WooFDriver chat to explain this. Remember, alldognetwork.com for reruns of these great broadcasts. Thanks again, folks. This is WooFDriver signing off.